What's going on, guys? It's Greg from East Coast Dies, and today we have another product review. This is a brand new head, and it is the Epoch Hawk Prequel. So this is the newest in their line of Hawks. They originally had the first Hawk, which was their first release of a head a couple years ago, and then they had the Epoch Sequel, which is, it's pretty much a direct sequel of that with the high pocket design. And now they have the Prequel, which is very, very similar to the Hawk sequel, but with a mid-pocket design. So this head comes in white only, it comes in X-Spec only, and it is $100. It weighs 4.85 ounces, which ranks it directly in the average of the elite offensive heads. Almost the same as the sequel, same as the Maverick Optic, and so you're definitely gonna be all right on weight there. It's exactly where you want to be as an attackman, where it's stiff enough, but is also really lightweight, keeps your hands moving fast. So first, let's get into the design. I did a review of the sequel, and it's almost exactly the same as that as far as the look, the mats, the finishes, all the cutaways, the logo down at the bottom, the face shape is almost exactly identical, same with the scoop. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the material, which is the proprietary blend, and some of the design elements, the way that it looks, you can watch the sequel review as well. But the big change here is in the top and bottom rail. So you can see in the Prequel, it has this slightly offset curved design where it goes lower and ends up a little bit higher. Same thing goes with the bottom rail, and it is right in the middle where it peaks out. If you look at that compared to the sequel, this had their laid back profile where it's completely straight and then tilts downward to give you an offset feeling, and then has a high pocket bottom rail where it bottoms out a little bit higher in the head. So this one being more meant for a mid pocket. And with this, they introduced a couple new terminologies, which I actually really like for heads. And the first of which is the lie, which is pretty much where the tip of the scoop falls in relationship to the middle of the shaft. So if you were to draw a line, middle of the shaft straight out, it would be how far is the scoop off of the middle of the shaft. And so that kind of tells you how the ball is going to flow out of the head. So this one has less of a lie, meaning the scoop is higher than the Hawk sequel did. And when I was playing with the Hawk sequel, I really found that a lot of my passing shots, even with a high pocket, were releasing a little bit high, not whipping enough. And a lot of that is attributed to this laid back profile and that larger lie. So I think that if that was the case for you with the sequel, this one's going to work out a lot better. And the next two are the sweet spot and the travel. So the sweet spot is basically the point along the head where the bottom rail is furthest from the center of the shaft. So basically where the bottom comes to its very lowest point. And with this, it's pretty much right in the middle. With the sequel, it's a little bit higher. And then the travel is the distance from that lowest point to the scoop. So these are things that we've all talked about, but they did a really good job of quantifying it, and it lets you very easily compare these two heads. And you can really see the difference when you put them up next to each other, how you have the curved profile versus the laid back. So for me as a player, I would definitely choose this one over the laid back. I like a high pocket, but didn't love the feeling that the laid back gave me. I liked it when I was cradling and had a lot of hold. It really felt good. It pushed it up in the pocket for when getting ready to shoot. But when I was shooting, it just felt like it released a little bit early. And with this curved profile, it gives you some nice snap and just helps move the ball with a little bit more whip and direction that I really like. And so for stringing, this one strung really well. The face shape being the same as the sequel. It has that really high, tight pinch, really aggressive flare, and really pronounced points on the edges here that gives it a really aggressive face shape. And that combined with this gradual bottom rail, I'm using more of a mid pocket now, and it really, really worked well with stringing the pocket. It feels really deep the way that the curved profile works. So overall, I think they have, I don't really consider these the Prequel or the sequel, like one coming after or before each other. They're kind of the same head for two different players, someone that likes a really high pocket and a really quick release, and then the Prequel being more for someone who likes a really low pocket or a mid pocket with a quicker release but likes to cradle one hand a little bit more as opposed to two-handed. So kind of two of the same head for different players, giving the options. So if you know what you like, you should be able to pick between the two relatively easily. So let me know what you guys think of both these heads down in the comments. Make sure to like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.